let's talk about AMH when it comes to fertility. And does AMH even matter? Well, we're going to kind of go through what AMH is, and then I'll give you the answer to that at the end of this video. So what is AMH? I like to use the analogy of a factory when it comes to understanding what AMH even measures. So with a factory, doesn't matter what you're manufacturing in this fake factory here, you're going to need raw materials, you're going to need an assembly line, you're going to need to actually assemble those materials, well, and then you're going to need to deliver those materials to wherever they need to go, to whoever orders them, right? And so what AMH measures is the amount of raw materials in this factory scenario. And in your body, the raw materials when it comes to the scenario of getting pregnant would be the amount of eggs or follicles that are available. So AMH is a measure of the amount of follicles that your body has. It's kind of like a proxy marker for that. So does that matter? Well, if you are ovulating, I don't think AMH matters at all, right? Because you're still able to release a follicle. AMH tells us absolutely nothing about the quality of follicles or the quality of the raw materials in the factory scenario. It doesn't tell us anything about how those raw materials are assembled, right? It doesn't tell us anything about the quality of your eggs. It doesn't tell us anything about how those eggs get to where they need to go, how they're transported. It doesn't tell us anything about your uterine lining or the place where that egg would, after it's fertilized, would implant itself. And it doesn't tell us anything about how you can deliver things. So is it a good marker? Not really if you are ovulating on your own. When you look at the research, even very low AMH levels have absolutely no correlation to your ability to get pregnant naturally. Where AMH levels might be valuable is if you are considering IVF or in the process of IVF. It can be something that helps your reproductive endocrinologist to understand what medicines to use and how to stimulate you to produce the most amount of follicles possible to have potentially good quality ones to fertilize. But when it comes to natural fertility, AMH really doesn't matter at all. It doesn't predict your ability to get pregnant naturally when you look at the research. So that's what AMH is. Hopefully it gives you some better understanding of this really common fertility marker. And I find that it just creates unnecessary stress to test it if you are ovulating already.